I'm going to briefly show some examples of ways to use data visualization for soaring weather forecasts as provided by SkySight. That's the name of the software. We are currently set up to use the HRRR weather model, set up for sailplanes. The date is 4 September, Friday, and it's 12 o'clock local, New Mexico time. You can see the map right now of New Mexico. We are currently data visualization of height of thermals. And as I move across the map, the cursor will show me, for example, near Gallup, thermals are topping out for soarable height around 17.5. Eastern New Mexico is going to be below or maybe just barely reaching 10,000 feet at this time of day. But I'm going to look at another data visualization that I find very important when looking at conditions around the Sacramento Mountains of southern New Mexico. So we've zoomed into that area and we are going to look at Convergence Lift. The color coding here, red is very good lift here. Cold colors is sink, areas you want to avoid or places where the convection will be suppressed until much later in the day. Okay, the colors are hiding some of the map features, so I'm going to make them fade a good bit so we can still get a feel for some of the roads and some of the terrain of the Sacramento Mountains. And I'm going to turn on one more data visualization. I'm going to show the flow of the surface air. What we see here is to be expected with the high pressure out over Utah right now at this time of year. We have a surface flow coming from east to west across New Mexico, gradually climbing the terrain of the Sacramento Mountains to reach the high ridge. But things are funny, and they frequently are funny at this time of year. In and around the Tularosa Basin, the air many times will flow in the opposite direction, from west to east, up the sharp slopes, and we have a collision here of the surface winds. This is the convergence line. This is where the lift is good. This is where the first cumulus will show up around noontime or maybe a little before, depending on the weather conditions. And outside of that area, there will probably be areas of sink. Anyway, this is very useful to see, to give you a feel for what's going on over the Sacramento Mountains during the warm seasons of a lot of thermal flying. In winter and spring months, during wave flying, this is not as useful a data visualization as others are, but I'll talk about those sometime in the winter. Anyway, I hope this was useful.